Justified Arch Badass. That's a new one. Justified. Okay, sure. And now you tell me it's an old one. Clearly, I just don't pay attention to you. Okay. I'll take or leave that as truth. I'm not really sure. Anyway, Sushi Sunshine's here, so this is obligatory.
Sushi Sunshine, Sushi Sunshine.
Okay, I'm glad we got that out of our system. Right, this is the Sega fancy shit rubbish console. Hold on. I'll get the box for you. This is the reason why I'm low on funds right now. Don't have to worry about anything. It's perfectly fine. I know what I'm doing. News about work. I'm working more hours now than I was before. I'm actually currently getting double my contract next week. And I also have signed a contract to make £8 per hour as opposed to the £7.80, whatever it is, for minimum wage. So, yeah, you don't have to worry about me financially. But speaking of financially, thank you very much, Draven. I've just noticed that you have become a member of the Escape Route channel. I appreciate that. I'll get my bearings in a second, and then maybe we'll understand what's going on. Okay, so here we have the Sega Megadrive Flashback console from @Games. Features 85 games, including Alex Kidd in the Enchanted Castle, Alien Storm, Altered Beast, Arrow Flash, Bonanza Brothers, Chakan the Forever Man, very nice, Columns 3, Comic Zone, Crackdown, Decap Attack, Dr. Robotics, Mean Bean Machine, E-SWAT, Eternal Champions, Fatal Labyrinth, Flicky, Game Ground, Golden Axe 2, Golden Axe 3, Duel Master, Kid Chameleon, Mortal Kombat 2, Mortal Kombat 3, Ristar, Shadow Dancer, The Secret of Shinobi, Shining Force 2, The Ancient Seal, Shining in the Darkness, Sonic & Knuckles, Sonic 3D Blast, Flicky's Island, Sonic Spinball, Super Thunder Blade, Sword of Vermilion, The Ooze, Vector Man 2, Virtua Fighter 2, and many more. And it's the Mega Drive version of Vector Man 2, which is actually pretty rubbish. But okay. So, this is basically what the system's like when you take it out of the box. There is one difference. I've installed a custom firmware that, one, allows me to load my own games with artwork from an SD card, as opposed to just running games from an SD card, which you can do with this thing out of the box. I've also made it so if I put in a cartridge, which you can in this Mega Drive unit, it will create a ROM file of my cartridge to the SD card as well, allowing me to back up my Mega Drive games, which is very nice. And also the other thing I did was update the onboard emulator so it runs games properly. So if we were to boot anything from this console's basic selection of games, it would run 10 times better right now than it used to. These bonus games are a fucking load of shit. Like, seriously. Do you buy a Mega Drive unit to play, like, Fight or Lose by Tectoy? If you ever needed any proof that the @Games is just Tectoy under a different name, here's your proof right here. Tectoy 2005. It's the same Brazilian company that's been making Mega Drive clone consoles for decades. But yeah, if I were to boot any of these games up, they would run so much better than they typically would out of the box. The sound is better, because I have upgraded this system's emulator so it runs games properly. So anything out of the box will now run way better than it used to. Japanese box art, that's weird. Japanese box art again. There's a couple of cases of Japanese box arts which threw me off when I was going through this. Where's another one? Crackdown, that's Japanese box art. Columns 3, Japanese box art. Any others? No, I think that's it for Japanese box arts. But yeah, they've got Japanese box arts here too, for some reason. Anyway, I'll boot up a game to show you just generally what playing a game is like, but keep in mind that the emulation has been drastically improved by installing a custom firmware. So the games never ran this fast or with this accurate sound until modifying the system. Let me know what the volume level's like, because it seems pretty low at the moment. I might have to jack this up a little bit. The games differ. No one game has the same volume as another one. No, not exercise mode. No. The perfect time to show you that there's a menu for quitting games and coming back, which I'm gonna have to do, because I went to exercise mode by mistake. Probably faster to do this than to... Well, actually, it probably was faster just to lose on exercise mode. Unfortunately, the shop didn't have the flashback unit I saw there a few weeks ago when I went today, but I'm definitely interested in modding the heck out of one. Yeah, just to put Megadrive, Mega CD, Master System, and Game Gear games on here, you've got... Did you buy this console from Mankind? Because if I knew it was possible to improve the console, I would have bought it. I didn't actually buy this one from Mankind. I bought this one from Argos, because currently they're £60 in Argos. So I figured, okay, I'll get one and turn it into a project that I can work on and make better. Install loads of games to an SD card and basically have one Mega Drive emulation box. Then I'll do all my Super Nintendo emulation box on my Super Nintendo Mini. And I suppose I'll do all the NES on there as well. And then PlayStation, I'll get a PlayStation Mini and do the same thing. At some point. I'm really running a risk here. I don't remember being able to rotate in this tighter space normally. So anyway, the games don't actually run that well out of the box typically. You have to install an update. There are official updates for this system that improve the emulator, or you can do what I've done. Pay attention, because the game list is about to change. Just gotta turn the console off, put in my SD card. I've got a 16 gigabyte SD card, which is really more than you'd ever need. Even if you put every Sega CD game worth a damn on the SD card, you wouldn't go past 16 gig. Every Sega's... Okay, occasionally, it's a good job this happened. The SD card slot on this console is actually a piece of shit. And sometimes you have to reinsert the SD card. So it's a good job this actually happened, so I can show this off on a live stream. Anyway, I can tell from the long time now that it's loading up my game library. Because I have lots of Sega CD games, and they're all, like, loads of bin files, it takes a while to boot up to the game menu. Okay, here we go. Now my game selection has appeared. Now you notice I've got less games on my system at the moment. 2 pages worth, so that's 20 games at the moment. Not all that many, but yeah, I didn't put any on bonus games. But I basically just boosted the selection of this console just a little. Mostly Sega CD stuff. That's what I've been working on sorting out today. Even PS Solar is the Sega CD version, not the regular version. Space Adventure, which I'll be looking forward to playing through again. Wolfchild, which is fucking amazing. We'll play a bit of that today. Robo Leste will play. I've got a couple of Sonic mods on here. Now I wish I had this. How much did this cost? This system costs £60, and the SD card I bought a couple of weeks ago is about 12 quid. So far this project has cost me like 72 quid. And admittedly, I do slightly regret it a little, but once you're playing a game, your opinion on whether or not this is worth it completely changes once you start actually playing a game. So we've got almost perfect Sega CD emulation. There are a couple of sound hitches here and there, but otherwise, like, it's very good quality emulation for the price of the box. And, well, I'll let the cutscenes speak.
In the 8th year of the KO era, Japan neared the end of its
Back in the 18th century, the Edo period, this has nothing to do with the game.
Asked France.
The Sega CD games support save states and rewind function. Yeah. The built-in emulator supports rewind on Sega CD games. It's crazy. And what were you doing? You were getting a snack!
And what were you doing while they were stealing the key from us? You went to get a snack!
You fool!
Ow! You don't have to get so upset about a dinky key.
You don't understand anything. It was Dr. Poon who stole it from us. A super
Yeah.
intelligent raccoon.
Let's just get into gameplay. So this is a shooter called KO Flying Squadron, which comes recommended from me. It's a good one. It's basically like Parodius. I mean, your enemies are raccoons. The main bad guy is a giant raccoon. That's the kind of game this is. Dr. Poon! Yes! Oh, that wasn't fair. I'll just rewind. Of course, it does encourage, it does sort of encourage poor gameplay. Because you're like, oh, I can just... I can just rewind when I make a mistake. You have to try and convince yourself, oh, I'm going to be fair and I'm not going to abuse the rewind function. But it's right there on your controller. It's so easy to use. If I want to save a state, for example, the menu button is a little bit awkward to use. But say I want to save a state, quit. I can then boot the game up again. You're not actually going to see this because of how long it takes. But I'll make sure the menu comes up. So you can now see there's a menu. Load saved game, and here we are. With the other core that I tried replacing the emulator with, the save states didn't work on Sega CD, but the rewind did. But since moving back to the original emulator that this system had, just an updated version that doesn't run games like garbage, the save states work on Sega CD as well as rewind. So as soon as I figured out that that was the case, I loaded every Sega CD game I wanted. The updated emulator also plays other region games properly and doesn't speed up PAL games, which is what was happening. Can you play 32X games on it? You can and you can't. If you replace this core, Genesis Plus GX, with the Megadrive core, it gives you spotty 32X emulation. Far from perfect. Lots of sprite flicker. And you lose Game Gear support by changing the core. So if you want to play Game Gear games, you lose access to 32X. If you want to play 32X, you lose access to Game Gear. That's because there is no way to load extra cores into this box. Yeah, basically if you want 32X, you lose Game Gear. If you want Game Gear, you lose 32X. It's a shame. I've recorded some footage of 32X games working on this console, so if I decide to do a video on it, I can talk about it, but yeah, no, as much as I would love to play, like, Knuckles Chaotix on this thing, and I have, you know, spent a few hours playing Knuckles Chaotix on this the other day, but as soon as the better firmware rolled out, and it's like, lose 32x support, but games run bloody fantastic, and save states and rewind on Sega CD games, it's like, yeah, okay, it's worth it. I'll lose 32x support because the updated emulator runs PAL games perfectly. So, PAL exclusive games that you can't get anywhere other than PAL territories run at reasonable speeds. So it was worth it. I thought the trade-off was fair. If I want to play 32x, I mean, the PC can emulate 32x just fine. I think I've got Knuckles Chaotix on my SNES Mini anyway. An interesting thing to note about the rewind, it doesn't affect CD audio. So CD audio still plays properly and rewinds properly. Yeah, on my SNES Mini, of course. That's what I said. Yes, I have Knuckles Chaotix on my SNES Mini, so if I really want to play it that badly, I can plug my SNES Mini in. It's fine. But I really don't have a desire to play Knuckles Chaotix that badly. What I was really hoping was that I'd be able to play Virtua Fighter 32X on here, and it was abysmal performance. The game was slow, the sound was fucked. Nobody really puts the effort into 32X emulation because there's no need, because, you know, the PC versions of these emulators already support them. Yes, this system has ports on the front that accept real Genesis controllers. It also allows you to insert a cartridge and play a game off the game cartridge. Well, not directly off the game cartridge. It cheats a little. It saves a version of the game cartridge to the RAM. But with our custom firmware, we can also save the ROM file to the SD card and back it up, allowing us to actually back up our Sega Megadrive games from their cartridges. Doesn't back up the save RAM though. Ohio, Jub. That wasn't fair. I'm going to rewind with the power of the Genesis Plus core. Because the universe is awesome. Anyway, so that's a Sega CD game running. Yeah. I might as well show off that functionality. So, might have to actually turn the console off. I've got a game right here that I can test it with. I think I have to turn the console off. Here we have... It's a piece of shit. But I actually have a Genesis game. Like, not even a Megadrive game. A Genesis game to test this with. So, I'm gonna put that in. Turn the console on. Yubby, do you have Make My Video games on Sega CD? I don't have them on this console, because I'm only adding games that I would actually play, Sushi. You know what I mean? So it says loading cartridge, and then down in cartridge games, on the left-hand side, your cartridge will appear. Roar of the Beast! Oh no, you know this is going to be shit, don't you? So now it's actually just running the game from a bin file saved to the RAM. So it's not actually running the cartridge. Beauty and the Beast. Disney's Beauty and the Beast. Is this the Megadrive Mini? Yeah, essentially. This is the Megadrive Flashback by @Games, but with a modified firmware that makes games actually run well. Deep in the dark woods, the beast lives out his cursed existence alone. Except for his loyal servants, who also suffer from the witches and yeah. Skip. And these cartridge-based games, you can still, if you want to, save states and load states, rewind. Even on cartridge-based games. That's how you know it's not really running it from a cartridge. ERB, is it Beauty and the Beast? This is Beauty and the Beast, Roar of the Beast, I think it's called, or something along those lines. It's the only Genesis cartridge I had to hand. It was the only one I could find immediately in my collection. I think I might have 1 or 2 Genesis games in the cartridge box. Dun dun dun. But I don't know where the cartridge box is, so all we needed to do was boot one Megadrive game to show, well, Genesis game in this case, to show that if you put a cartridge game in the console, you can play it. It's the only thing I have to hand. SD card games show up here. None of these are SD card games. Cart.bin was created by this custom firmware. It's a rip of Roar of the Beast. ERB, do you have Ristar? You want me to play Ristar? Well, if I wanted to play Ristar, I would just take the SD card out of this console, and then I'd be able to play Ristar, because it's on board on this console's default flash. I haven't added it because it's something I can already play just by taking the SD card out. So the console itself has it. This system will stretch any image you give it to the correct Megadrive box size. So to get square images, I had to create blank transparent space on the top and bottom parts of square boxes just to get square boxes to display properly. That was fun working that out this morning. I woke up extra early just to do it. You can add your own descriptions as well to the games that you add. So, according to all known laws of aviation, there is nowhere bee can fly. Yada yada. Afterburner 3. Whoa! Sega CD games! Such amazing visuals! I take it that's a loading screen, yeah. 6-button pad. It knows that I'm using a 6-button pad. Oh, listen to that music! Was that Awesome Possum? No. I'm not going to add Awesome Possum to this console, because you'll ask me to play it. Left, right, down, up, speed down. Afterburner, missile, Vulcan gun.
3, 2, 1, go!
Whoa, look at those visuals! Good luck. Good luck, or secret loading screen. Don't think I haven't noticed that. Woo! I gotta level with you, I'm not actually any good at Afterburner. I put this on here because it was a Sega CD game with music and visuals. Basically to stress test the console. Oh, that soundtrack though. Absolutely. Oh my god. Seizure warning. Oh boy. You can feel the G-force pushing against your chair. Whoa! Or something. Seizure warning. Oh boy. Let's get out of this one. And welcome. I wasn't expecting this game to have such bright flashing. Players Annette from Ernest Evans and El Viento in this side-scrolling beat-em-up exclusive to the Sega CD. I wrote all these descriptions in. So for example, Batman. Not the hero the Sega CD deserves or needs. Actually, he's not much of a hero now we think about it. I'm proud of these, alright? This is a more literal description. Yes, I saw that you were streaming Sonic Adventure, but I wasn't able to watch it. I will definitely try to make the next one, Ant. It's pretty cool. Okay. That took a while. It's there now, though. Less fart night. You know full well what it's called. Fanta! Yes, but not any Fanta. Finally, in the UK, we have the zero added sugar Fanta Grape. It has happened. Seriously, I recommend going to your local Asda and buying 4 bottles of it. Like I did! So you might not have known that Earthworm Jim was on the Sega CD. It's the same version of the game that was released on Windows 95. It's the so-called Special Edition with the CD soundtrack by Tommy Tallarico. It's basically the Megadrive version, but with an added level, extra sections, loads of other cool stuff. Ugh, come on. And then down. Plasma! Yippee! Plasma! Etc, etc. Earthworm Jim is cool. If you want to see someone play Earthworm Jim well, bug IFC. He knows his way around Earthworm Jim, what with his world record on the PC version, because nobody else has speedrun the DOS version. So he's got the world record. It's not really difficult to have a world record where nobody else speedruns the game, but yeah. If you want to see someone play Earthworm Jim properly, IFC is the one. IFC played the DOS version of Earthworm Jim, which has its own interesting fair share of bugs and issues. You can find that full playthrough on the Team Crass Commentaries YouTube channel, with commentary from IFC and myself. What, speedrunning the DOS version to get to beat IFC's world record? He'd like that actually, because it would encourage him to get better. While nobody else is speedrunning the game, it's like, what's the point in getting better at it? Nobody else is playing. I think he'd enjoy the extra competition. The DOS version doesn't have this lovely CD soundtrack though, it's like MIDI. Just one. Yabi, I Tekken 1, 2, 3 can unlock all chars. Okay, yeah, so can anybody else who plays those games. I mean, in Tekken 3, all you have to do is beat arcade mode with every character, really. You're saying it like you're proud. It's like, I can use the big boy toilet. I'm a real man. That sort of thing. Well, it is Sound Blaster, but it's still MIDI. It don't sound great. Put it that way. Yeah, poor Sound Blaster support. For the record, I don't propose that I am good at Earthworm Jim, okay? You have to do this without getting hurt by the boss. You get hurt by the boss, he recovers health. This was something that IFC told me, because I would be stuck on this boss for like 5 minutes. Why can't I deal any damage to it? And it turns out, oh yeah, if you get hit by him, he recovers his health. Why? Because the game developers are an asshole. But, you know, knowing that, I don't lose, like, my shit playing that boss anymore. Beans, welcome. I think Earthworm Jim just might make a good stream candidate someday. It would definitely be this version. Oh, sections, extended levels. This is how you know it's the special edition.
I'm nude.
I'm nude. So this section might be new to a lot of people watching, even if they've played Earthworm Jim to bits in the past. That's what makes this special edition interesting, is the amount of new areas. I died. I'm gonna actually rewind that, because it didn't count as getting the continue. There we go. And to be fair, I did get there. Okay, so we've got stud difficulty or wimp difficulty. I ain't lying. Absolute wimp. Through and through. I'm nude. Shit. What was that? Just rewind with the power of Genesis plus GX. Yes. Shit. Bollocks.
I'm nude.
I'm nude.
Yippee! Yippee!
Yabi, what do you think of Umehara Kawase? I think I've answered that question before. Those games are bloody hard. The Umehara games are just really difficult.
I'm nude.
I could barely get through them. Some really complicated god-tier platforming, and I am not that skilled at video games. Fuck's sake.
I'm nude.
I am nude.
Yippee! Yippee! Groovy! Wee doggy! Wee doggy!
Having a good controller helps. I suppose. But I mean, I was playing Umihara Kawase on the SNES Mini with a Super Nintendo controller, so I had a good controller. Being good at Umihara Kawase probably would have helped. Fuck's sake.
I'm nude.
I'm trying to make the excuse here that the Sega CD version of this game is like the superior version. And they're pulling this shit in level 1. Pulling this shit in level 1. Yes! Give me my suit! Alright. That's fucking armpit farts. Oh, is he in... Yeah, he's in permanent vomit mode now. So this will be... Yeah, the last hit. ERB boss battle. Are you saying that I'm the fat builder guy? I'm hurt. Wasn't there a Ren and Stimpy platformer for the Megadrive? There was. It's not very good. It's Ren and Stimpy... Wait, the Ren and Stimpy Show presents Stimpy's Invention. That's the Megadrive Ren and Stimpy game. I had it as a kid. Not a very good game. Not a very good game. I'd love to give it a try though. I might put it on my
Look, they're meatballs.
On my Flashback. As long as I beat Psycho, that's fine. If I get the extra continue, that's nice, but it's not necessary. Just beating Psycho is enough, so I don't have to fight him. As awesome as his boss fight music sounds on the Sega CD version. I can't remember how many of these it is I have to get. To get the bonus level, I can't remember. It might be 50. Not bonus level, continue. I think it's 50, in which case I'm not going to do it. Whoa! Twilight Zone. Earthworm Jim did have a TV show. A very good one, actually. A very good TV show. Didn't really have much to do with the games, though. Outside of a couple of the characters. So I didn't get the continue. Or can of worms. And to think IFC is missing me playing an Earthworm Jim game. It's lost. That sounds like, isn't there one on the Game Boy that lists Ren as Ren Hock? Plasma! Do I look like I know what plasma is?
No! Ow!
Wrong way, I should have done it from the other side. I don't know how to actually do the hover after jumping. Okay, it looks like there's a delay. You can't, like, press it straight away. Alright, take care. Alright, I'll make a save slot here. I'm definitely coming back to this another time, just to do a casual playthrough. But yeah, Sega CD is what I've mainly been focusing on adding at the moment. I've added a couple of non-Sega CD games. Langrissa 2. Sonic 3 3D Director's Cut. Everything else I've added is a Sega CD game. Even this one. This is Sega CD Enhanced. I feel like showing how awesome Wolfchild is. Love the description. I wrote for it as well. A Sega CDX or a Multimega or a Teradrive. I would love a Teradrive. I would love a Japanese Teradrive. Core Design Limited, the creators of Tomb Raider, and the creators of Wolfchild. This game is amazing, by the way. I'm gonna skip the intro, because it really doesn't matter. Stage 1, Wolf Ship. Game's got a lovely soundtrack. Yeah, the Terror... A is my special move. Got it. Sound effects are nice and loud and meaty on this game. In this game, once you reach a certain amount of power, you turn into a werewolf. The aforementioned... Yep, there we go. The aforementioned Wolfchild. And this is when things get very tasty. The Teradrive was a PC and a Megadrive together. It was released in Japan only. Yeah, I think it was a Megadrive and an IBM compatible in one. There's a character based on the Terror Drive in the Sega Hard Girls continuity, so. Terror Drive was a beautiful piece of kit. There definitely were equivalents outside of Japan and in our neck of the woods, definitely, but the Terror Drive itself was a Japan-only thing. Yeah, they're big machines. They're like a giant, massive hi-fi unit, you know, in size. Terror Drive. That's just shit design, man. Let's make it so you get hit by a bullet dodging the thing that comes out of the ground, so even if you know it's there, you still get hit by a bullet. Yeah, nice one, guys. Yeah, that's why core design doesn't exist anymore. Because of shit like that. What's the game called that you're playing now? This is Wolfchild! From Core Design. Rewind. The people who brought you Tomb Raider. It was originally an Amiga game, as you can probably tell, based on its appearance, because Amiga games have a certain look and feel. It definitely looks and feels like an Amiga game, and I think just from a glance you can tell. Yes, and Wonder Dog as well. But I couldn't find the American Wonder Dog ISO immediately. I could only get my hands on the Japanese one. I will grab it and put it on my console at some point, but for the time being, I'm not fussed. Always just edge slightly, because things like to come out of the ground and wreck you for no reason. That a weapon? Oh. I lost my power before I could use it anyway. This was the era of video games where if you can't survive a fight, don't bother attacking that enemy. Welcome, Soybum. Yes, this is Wolfchild. This is the Sega CD version of Wolfchild. Running on my Sega Megadrive Flashback console, which I have modified to allow me to play Sega CD games. Because of course I have. Like my description I've given this game. Did you know that a wolf's child is called a pup? This game should be called Wolf Pup. I demand a change.org petition be started immediately. Yeah. You got to have a sense of humor when you're putting together a hobby box like this. You need to have a sense of humor with your game descriptions. Like this one. Echo, the Tides of Time. His name sounds like... Hold on, I might be onto something here, but I think the name Echo might be a pun on the word echo. You see, dolphins can use their sonar to echolocate. ERB, play that clip. Oh, alright. Fine, you happy now, Sushi? This is Echo the Dolphin with the far superior soundtrack. Well, Echo Tides of Time with the far superior soundtrack. I still need to find that clip of her saying escape aruto British. I need to get that clip of her saying that on the list of things I need to do. Excuse me, sir. Charge small fish and gain strength. Righty. How can you stay beneath the waves so long without air? This soundtrack is beautiful. This is the far superior way to play Echo the Dolphin 2. So strong and fast. Ugh. Asteroid gave you the power to defeat the Vortex and save us all. Of course. But there are also special cutscene and history glyphs. With 3D video FMVs. Yes. That's why this version is far superior to the Megadrive version. 3D FMVs. Beautiful guitar and strings and stuff soundtrack in FMVs, man. 3D Dolphins, like 1994 3D Dolphins. That's how you know this is serious. Yes, every time I think of an Ayumi Hamasaki song, the remixed version is the one that was better. What's my favourite Ayumi Hamasaki song? I think it's... Is it called Love? No, it's called Game, I think. Game. That one remixed with guitar. It has like a guitar remix. It's just... Oh, it's like listening to heavy metal plus J-pop. I think that's where bands like... Baby Metal must have got the idea from. When I think of Ayumi Hamasaki, I think of Utada Hikaru and Ayotsuka, Aya Matsuura, Kimura, Kaela Kimura, and stuff like that. Like, when I think of one Japanese idol, I think of another one, and then I think of another one, and then I think of another one. I also think of Kwon Boa, though she was Korean. Of course, of course! How could I forget my darling Tomoko Kawase? I'm still jealous of her boyfriend and guitarist in The Brilliant Green. Always so jealous. The sea is filled with teleport rings made only for you by the Atlanteans. Swim through them and they will take you great distances. When I go the distance, then my journey is complete. And now the worst part of Tides of Time. This part of Tides of Time. Oh yeah, it's the second anniversary of the Nintendo Switch, isn't it? What a piece of shit that console is. LOL. I think I got that one. What? Oh, Boa. No, Kwon Boa, like the Japanese pop star, the Japanese, Korean, and Chinese quadlingual pop star, because she also sings in English as well. No good at timing those. Still poorly timed. Oh my god. The Atlanteans are like, don't miss too many hoops. Beat my maze, Superman. Yes, Utada Hikaru sang the songs for the Kingdom Hearts games. Kingdom Hearts 1, 2, and 3, and I guess the other Kingdom Hearts games where those songs appeared. Speaking of Kingdom Hearts 3, finished it last month. Masterpiece. I would play more of it, but my PlayStation 4 controller thinks the R2 button is held in all the time, which makes it basically unplayable. Follow me, Echo. There is something strange below. Okay. Do you feel that energy pulling? I don't feel shit, mate. Look at the ship. Oh, it's so beautiful. Dolphin without porpoise. Blank. Damn it, Blank. How dare you have a sense of humor? That is not allowed. What? Do it! Do it! Don't let your memes be dreams. Yesterday you said tomorrow, but just do it! I don't understand. Live-action Echo movie coming soon, starring Beluga Lugos. Starring Shamu. Shamu's underwater deep sea extra existential crisis. Okay. Ah yes, the wonderful Sonic 3D Director's Cut. When he's not uploading videos of space rocket takeoffs, which literally nobody wants to watch, John Burton makes videos about the games he's worked on in the past. Subscribe to Game Hut today! Bitter, I'm not bitter. In an alternate timeline, Sega released this game under the name Sister Sonic, introducing a canon sister for Sonic, who appeared in later mainline games. Oh good lord, you should have seen all the porn. Ah yes, Popful Mail. I biffed it! A Toy Story Director's Cut. Yeah, no, if any of his games need a Director's Cut, it's Rascal or Mickey Mania. Toy Story's fine as is. They don't have to change Toy Story at all. Toy Story's fine. Reprogrammed game Sega English translation by Working Designs. Yes, Working Designs. Because I'm totally gonna trust a developer like Working Designs to accurately translate a game when they think chucking in a bunch of wanking jokes is a suitable substitute for actually translating the game. Ah yes, the chest. The mouth. You can just imagine something in that shot, actually.
You little freaks of nature don't stand a chance!
Arc the Lad Trilogy. Alright, fair enough. But you know what I'm referring to, right?
Eat this, cookie face!
There was a video by Censored Gaming where they showed an early prototype translation by Working Designs. And there's a character, I can't remember what game it was, but there's a character that helps you get over a gap by you standing on their head. And the text box read, well, you know what they say, I give good head. And that actually got caught in the testing phase, and they were asked to redo the translation. The reason Working Designs stated for all these rude jokes in their games is to make sure that people actually played through the whole translation. Like, played through the whole thing. I suppose that's one way to make sure they play through the whole thing, but fucking hell. Anyway, if I could get the English text and voiceover into the Japanese version, I would much rather do that. Because for some reason, they thought it would be a great idea to make this game harder in the English language release. Apparently it was too easy in America, so it was too easy in Japan, so they decided, oh yeah, if your character dies in 2 hits, that's fair. The game you're thinking of is Alundra. Awful Alundra. Okay.
Hey! Hey you! Help!
What was that? It sounded, like...
I like the way these, like, the characters' faces move for the voice
Up in the
clips.
tree, you dunderhead!
Huh? Oh. What in the world are you doing up there?
Well, there were all these monsters.
It's
chasing
kind
me.
of okay,
There must be 100 of 'em, and they had bulging eyes
voice
and
acting as
huge
well
teeth,
for
and then they
Sega
chased me up the
CD.
tree, and then the spider dropped down. He almost killed me, but I cut his thread. I have a pocket knife, you know.
Sushi!
And then, well,
Sushi!
I don't think
Sushi!
it's safe to come down.
Are you paying attention to the things I say? Because I literally said that right before I booted this
But
game.
you can call me Slick. I'm from the village. At the
It's
bottom
written
of the hill.
on
Say,
my
can you do some
description
help
for the
here?
game on
Like
the
today?
emulator box.
Well, Slick, why'd you leave your village in the first place?
Hey, I was just
classic
looking for a little fun
sushi.
and adventure, but I guess
Oh,
my
I'm
pocket
sure
knife
that the
doesn't
stream
cut
was
it
just
here.
lagging a little
Hey,
whenever
why
I
don't you take me
speak.
with you? I bet you have lots of adventures. Why else would you have such a huge sword?
Excuse me? I think you're confused. I'm a bounty hunter, not a babysitter, bub. You're on your own.
Save. Too much to pay attention to. I'm just that stimulating. Too much Momochi McNugget daydreaming of whatever her name is. It's Minami Momochi, and it's art. Now, as you can see here, my description, I will read it out again. In an alternate timeline, Sega released this game under the name Sister Sonic, introducing a canon sister for Sonic, who appeared in later mainline games. Oh good lord, you should have seen all the porn. I was very proud of that description, because in a roundabout way, I allude to the existence of a Sister Sonic that never came out, but in an alternate timeline where it did. Called having a sense of humour, damn it. Aleste, I didn't put anything funny in its description. Some of these I didn't put funny things in their descriptions, other things I did. Ah, yes. The one well, actually, is PS Solar a new game? Why, yes. Here's PS Solar from 2010. This homebrew RPG for the Sega Megadrive and Sega CD has since been released on Wii U, PC, Linux, Ouya, and PlayStation 4, just to name but a few platforms. It's basically been released everywhere. This is the Sega CD version. This is the CD enhanced version. This just can only be used in Oh my god. I didn't test this. Oh. I'm gonna have to figure out if there's a way to boot that. I'm gonna have to just use the ROM version. Oh, that sucks. I wanted to show it off. Space Adventure we've done like 2 streams of way back in the day. Back in the day. Back in today. Got Batman Returns. Why did I put this on here? It's a piece of shit. Not the hero the Sega CD deserves or needs. Actually, he's not much of a hero now we think about it. Batman Returns. Or you could just use the cartridge. I thought that I could use the CD-ROM, but no, I guess the CD-ROM only contains the audio tracks, and then the Genesis cartridge looks for them. Right, the Bat computer... I did notice some slowdown on the Bat computer earlier when I was testing this game. Training! Because I suck. Batman. Ninja Baseball Batman. Yeah, boy. Yeah, I don't suppose this stuff will emulate properly. I'm not expecting it to. Yeah. I'm actually considering nixing that version and putting the Megadrive version on. Not every game runs perfectly. I will admit. The intro to Anet Futatabi is also a little bit... no, we'll start a new game. It's also a little bit choppy. Ah, the Mega CD2 splash screen with the weird clay Sonic. Yes, I think you'll find he's already mentioned. Hey, do you have Make My Video on here? I said I'm only putting games on here that I will actually play. I'm not gonna play Make My Video.
Game creative
Game creative staff. Wolf Team. AKA Tails Studio. Nah, mate. CNC Music Factory. Did they do one? This is such a pretty game. It would be nice if they called themselves Wolf Team. I just want a new game in the Ernest Evans canon and continuity. They could make it a Tales of game and call it Tales of Viento or something like that. Boom! They've got a whole cast of characters waiting for them. Or just remake this fucking awesome game with the Tales of battle system. So good. Yeah, I'd like to see a Tales of game that isn't Tales of. But then again, there's also, like, Idea Factory made Blue Valkyrie, and that's basically a Tales of game. Oh god. Even down to having Kosuke Fujishima as the artist and character designer. It's basically Tales. This is a pretty game. A sequel to Time Gal. Yeah, Ninja Hayate, wasn't it? The sequel to Time Gal? I like what I see. Anyway, game start. I love the classic anime style. Me too, Jub. Like, seriously. I'm watching through the original 1970s space adventure Cobra anime at the moment. So good. Might actually be 80s Cobra.
というわけで、俺がこの城の宝物の鑑定を頼まれたってわけだ。
それで私は何を手伝えばいいんです
The Sega CD's where it's at, man. Like, for this style of artwork and CD audio, it's this and
どうでしょう?
the TurboGrafx CD when I think of, or PC Engine CD rather, when I think about games from this era with anime art and voiceover. Why do all the men have small heads and giant chests? JoJo. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is the reason. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is the reason why all the characters have, like, small heads and big bodies. I'll try to find you a good pose example. God, how good the artwork in Battle Tendency is. Christ. Anyway, like, small heads and big bodies? Yeah. Blame JoJo. Blame Hirohiko Araki for making that style of artwork common in manga and anime. It's his fault. Excellent. I hope you enjoy it. You won't have a frame of reference in terms of JoJo for understanding it, but that's not necessarily a bad thing, because I think you'll just appreciate. It's like a slow, ploddy Power Stone, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. Come on. Sometimes enemies get trapped off screen in this game. Awesome soundtrack. Got loads of moves at your disposal, depending on when you dash and attack, or you can dash and jump. Then you'll do this one, which does way more damage. It's basically the only way to kill the first boss in the game is to use this move over and over again. The game doesn't punish you for using the same moves over and over, so you just pick what works for you. But it may seem easy now, but it will really shoot up soon enough. I wonder why Time Gal wasn't re-released on DVD or Blu-ray or even digital. Was it produced in that quality to begin with? Like, the latest I saw that game released was Saturn? No, PlayStation. It was released on PlayStation, along with Ninja Hayate, the sort of spiritual sequel. Yeah, it was a 2-disc set in Japan. I think that's the last time it was released. Oh, it was released on Laserdisc. Yeah, then really there's no excuse for not releasing it on DVD. I just assume it's about a guy named Jojo having a bizarre adventure. Yeah, basically, each part of JoJo focuses on a character named Jojo. Usually it's a combination of their name. For example, Joseph Joestar, Jojo, Johnny Joestar, Jojo, Jotaro Kujo, Jojo. You get the idea, right? The first time it really doesn't follow that rule is when it's, I've got an enemy off-screen. I'm gonna have to kill him with off-screen magic. The only time it doesn't really follow that naming rule is like part 4, where it's Josuke Higashikata, which isn't at all a Joe and a Joe. Superfly Johnson. Okay. Now we get him in a loop. Oh no. You can't use magic during the boss fight either, so... Boss fights don't let you use magic. And dead. If I decide to resume after a game over, it actually puts you at the start of the stage. But Sega CD games support rewind. So... yeah. Got him. Totally fair and legitimately. There was a console that was a Laserdisc player, and you could add either a Megadrive deck or a PC Engine deck or a karaoke deck, and it was really expensive and not many people bought it. Yeah, I could imagine. That much adaptability, it would have been very expensive. あなたは? どうして? See, I know Japanese words. Bukurosu! There's another one. I know Japanese words. What else haven't I booted yet that I can show you? Final Fight. This version's actually heavily censored. But it has CD audio and time attack mode, so that bumps it up a bit.
Metro City, a well-known
Metro City, third planet of the Lilat system.
For many years. A fact which
what was censored in this game?
Former Street Fighter Mike Hager
Poison and what's the name of the other one?
At the center of the problem is the huge gang known as Mad Gear. Mad Gear controls
Poison
all
and
major criminal activity in the city.
Dog of the day.
When they learned of Hager's plans, they took immediate action to bring this new mayor.
Their clothes are redrawn extensively so that they're wearing a lot more clothing. Oh my god, shut your fucking mouth. Yeah, bump the difficulty up. An annoying moment when you're like, come on, double tap to dash. What do you mean I don't get a dash? Oh, you gotta be shitting me. I don't even get a dash? Classic Capcom beat 'em up. The character jumps back to the correct position to enter a cutscene. That's like so classic Capcom. I would still recommend the arcade version over this any day. Whoa! Thank you! Soybomb! Draven became a member as well earlier today. Where's the alert box? Alert box, do your thing! Come on! Is the alert box dead? Do a refresh on the alert box. The alert box is dead. Long live the alert box. Oh, okay. Then I'll do the sound effect. Okay. It's the best I can do. Because the alert box has decided to die. Thank you, Soybomb. You play things that are different, you are more deserving, plus you're an exciting character. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. That's a nice thing to say. What do you want? What is it you're after? I play whatever I feel like. For starting tomorrow, I'm going to be doing a playthrough of Final Fantasy X. Blind. No idea what to expect. Yes, Final Fantasy X. Oh, a personal favourite. It's a personal favourite for a lot of people, actually. A lot of people like Final Fantasy X. Me, I could never get into it the first time I tried to play it. Or the second time. Or the third time. But I think this time will be different. Because he's not playing Switch games. But when I do play... Oh, right. Popular Switch games. There we go. I was about to say. I play Switch games. I played Paw Patrol on a roll. Why can't I damage this guy? Got like 15 health bars. Yeah, they've added clothing to her. So lame. That's it, Roxy. Roxy and Poison. Poison and Roxy. I forgot the other name. Play what's fun, play what's interesting. Something that's going to start a conversation. Well, I'm keen on Mario and Pokemon. I'm very excited for Pokemon Sword and Shield. I'm going to be getting Shield. And I'm going to be picking Score Bunny. Unless we find out that the evolutions for Sobble or what was his name? Grumkin or something? Gonad or something? Grumkin? Oh god, the dog! And I'm starting to feel like a dog god. Dog god. No, we don't board the train. Why did I think we have a fight on a train? That definitely does happen, doesn't it? It's been a very long time since I last played this. Like, 10 years. Oh, it's that guy, Hugo. Oh no, Andre. It's that guy Hugo, but with a different colour. It's that guy, Andre the Giant, the real-life celebrity, Hugo the Giant. It's Hugo Boss! It's a boss named Hugo, it's Hugo Boss. There we go. I knew we have a fight on a train carriage. Because Action Doom 2 makes huge references to it. Seeing as that game was inspired by Final Fight, you can literally phone Hagar and get him to join you on the train. And bust heads. It's a very wide train carriage, isn't there? Lots of room. If this were the UK, like, there'd be no room to do any fighting, because there's no space. Wasn't Hugo a subpar TurboGrafx 16 emulator? I don't know. The only emulator I would use for a very long time was Magic Engine. I had a version with a cracked registry file, so I could play it. It was a paid emulator, and I had a cracked registry file to play it without registering. There was also, I guess I moved on to one called Utake, basically because it was the only one that would run CD games properly. Yeah, Utake was the one that I moved onto, basically because it was the only one that would run Renny Blaster. And Renny Blaster, as we all know, is... Fucking hell. Renny Blaster, as we all know, is the best non-Castlevania game out there. Dynamite. Does it explode? Oh, I don't even get to see it explode. What a swizz. Turned grey and... Yeah, but grey isn't fun. Grey is grey. I wanted to see, like, the dynamite explode and his blood and guts go everywhere. Desensitized hardly. Mickey Mania. On Sega CD. Why? Because we can. Apparently that's the only reason developers needed to double dip. Oh no, I died of lack of colour. No! I was trying to do my best John from Game Explain, because that's what you sound like, Blank Knight. Hello, it's me, John from Game Explain. 103 Towers. Jackie Clay-chan. Ah, yes, Kabashima. Indeed. Difficulty, easy. Tries, 5, because I suck. Hey, John Burton. I'm playing your game. I'm playing the game you made. Hello, and welcome to another episode of Coding Secrets. With me, John Burton. And today, I'm going to be looking at Mickey Mania and how we achieved the Mickey farting and shitting his pants effect on the 16-bit Sega Megadrive. As it turns out, a shitting effect is really hard to do on 16-bit hardware. So what we had to do was have somebody in the office take a shit, and only then did we actually know what taking a shit looked like, so we could program it into our game. Here I use an elaborate system of pulleys to get my breakfast delivered to my bedroom. Yeah. He was explaining a thing about how the fish bumps you this way, but if there are no boxes left, the fish bumps you the other way. And I'm gonna see if he was telling the truth or just a lying son of a bitch. Meanwhile, Mickey does his aerobic exercises. Hello, it's me, Blank from Game Explain. All these games suck, and you should kill yourself. You little fuck nuggets. What? Towers. Cardio, 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 cardio. So supposedly, if you let all these disappear, the fish bounces you the right way. According to John Burton. Yeah, well, I can tell you a lot of things John Burton said. John Burton said, oh, I won't upload my Sonic 3D Director's Cut to the Steam Workshop. What did he do? He uploaded it to the fucking Steam Workshop. That's what he did! Fire. I'm not bitter. Come on, come on, come on. I want to see if he was telling the truth. So the fish bumps me this way. Yeah, he was telling the truth. Wow. I didn't believe him. I didn't believe him when he showed it. I didn't believe him. But he was telling the truth. So he doesn't lie about everything. Woo! Oh boy! Oh, lucky emblem! Hey Sora, I think there's a lucky emblem around here! Squash! Oh boy! Oh no, it's gaining color as we move. I died. I'm not letting that happen. The sign says ring bells. It keeps spawning birds so we can do it. Ringing the bells should lower the drawbridge, yeah. I know what I'm doing. They released this game on many platforms, actually. Megadrive and Super Nintendo, where it was originally released. Then the Sony PlayStation. Sega CD. Pretty sure there was a PC version of some kind. Windows 95, maybe? A lot of platforms. Oh, for fuck's sake. The platforming is so abysmal. John, why? You had one job. Pizza and garlic cheese fingers time. That sounds good. Why is it playing the normal level music and not the boss music? Don't think the boss is meant to be whimsical, though. No! Bullshit Explosion has way too big a hitbox. Congratulations, Mickey has stopped the cranes and rescued Steamboat Willie. This is totally not a loading screen, you guys. And then this bullshit.
A mad doctor.
I hate this level. I hate this level so much that I'm probably going to stop playing. Yeah. I don't actually like Mickey Mania. I put it on this console and I don't even like it. Like, that's just sad. Why would I do that to myself? Even after I know I don't like it. Did I put it on the console because I could? Or did I decide I was going to give it the 17th chance? Actually, singing along to this would be a bad idea because it's not in sync. Let's do it anyway. Yeah, Sonic CD. That was quick, wasn't it? We went from a bad platformer to a good one in a matter of seconds. Wait. I'm gonna activate that to get rid of it. It's down here. Past? Past? Past what? I'm so glad that the Steam version of Sonic CD allows you to switch between soundtracks. I'm so glad that the Sonic CD on Steam runs at 60 frames per second, fully widescreen, pixel perfect scaling, full control, better spin dash. Yeah. That's what I'm into. I wouldn't mind if the American soundtrack just died in a fire, you know? But I suppose it's there for people who like that soundtrack. But to me, it's just like, eh. Really don't care for that American soundtrack at all. I appreciate the amount of pressure Spencer Nilsson was under to produce a soundtrack in such a short period of time. And with the American game reviews already out and saying how good Sonic CD's soundtrack is. And then you know that you have to release a brand new soundtrack that nobody's gonna like. Yeah, I can see the pressure that Nilsson was under, and he did a great job on the soundtrack considering, but yeah, if you were to compare, there's no comparison need doing. I mean, the American Sonic CD soundtrack doesn't even come close to the Japanese soundtrack at all. I can only sing its praises on the understanding that it is a technically fine soundtrack. It was licensing, as far as I know. Sega were worried that they didn't have the license to use something to do with the composer and having a license for the soundtrack in America. Fuck knows why. They wouldn't have a license for it when they're the publisher of the game, but I mean, I don't understand it. Licensing is the reason why we don't have the lyrics on Sonic You Can Do Anything in the 2011 version of Steam. And why Cosmic Eternity doesn't have lyrics either. Who would have thought people would be greedy and want more money for things more than once? The games industry being asked to pay for relicensing songs and shit for games. They're experiencing now what we've been experiencing for so long as gamers. Oh, you want to play this game on your brand new games console? No, it's not backward compatible. You've got to buy the entire game again. It's just, the games industry is only now realizing how shitty that is. Being on the receiving end of the very practices that they've been using. Fucking hell. Balls! Yes. Oh, come on. Yes! Oh, tight. Yes. The rewind is too much of a temptation because it's right here on the wireless Megadrive controller. It's just right there at any time you want to use it. It's far too convenient. Saved it with 1 Sonic second to spare. And if I had failed, I could have just rewound. A clutch maybe, but still. I hate that they put this monitor there. You can never get it. I think you have to change the time zone to get it. Fuck it. Yeah, to be fair, in the case of stuff like Butterfly, it wasn't made for their machine specifically. In the case of, like, Smile DK, that was an actual band. But I heard something about the rights for B4U songs, and that I find confusing, considering that B4U are a Konami band. They're Konami in-house. I miss B4U. I often listen to their albums, especially their first album. When I say I listen to the album often, what I really mean is I listen to Sylvia Drive often, because that's the best song. Sylvia Drive a breakdown, but Sylvia Drive especially. Sylvia Drive is this lovely song full of really bad broken English. And it just sounds like gibberish. It's amazing stuff. Like, you can learn the song phonetically, but you can't learn its actual lyrics because of how poorly it's sung. And I don't mean that in a nasty way. I love love, I think it's Noria who sings that one. I love her voice. It's just, stick to singing Japanese, because the English is just so awful. It's so funny, you just can't take it seriously. We should have a slope over here. Leads into you. Are we turning back to the present right before the goal? What's the point? Chwa. Teleportation, sandwich, shabby-dap-dap. Hate this one. Always hated this one. Always hated this one so much. The screen, I feel like I'm on some acid trip. Somehow it gave me that one. I'm not going to argue. Clearly I shouldn't have had it, but... Clutch. Got it. And standing in the water. Yeah, the soundtrack in the Japanese version is fucking tight, especially this special stage theme. Tidal Tempest boss is bullshit. There was something that IFC was trying to do in his speedrun attempt that I'm gonna try on the Sega CD version. I don't even know if it's possible on the Sega CD version, but I'm gonna try it anyway. Might try it again. Can't be fucked. Apparently if you super peel out and jump at the right time, you can hit Eggman once he becomes vulnerable inside of the bubbles and like one hit kill the boss without having to do the bubble shield. But I think I'd need practice at that. I was just seeing if I could pull it off. Just without trying. Yo, 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 move it away! Work that sucker to death. Come on, pal. Work that sucker to death. Is that something Meow can pull off? I haven't seen him pull it off. Oh yeah, I call him IFC now. I think he's just Meowskovich across the board now. I should just refer to him as Meow. Meow IFC, Meowskovich, Image Flexion Cartoons. IFC Meowskovich. Meow the Meow Man Meowskovich. Yada yada yada. Yada yada does he. Right. Things about this version of Sonic CD that's better than other versions of Sonic CD. Where's that past sign? I feel a rant coming along. Feel a rant. Is it this act? I think it is. Trying to find the past signpost. Yeah, I couldn't imagine going by that many names. I'm Escape Route British. I guess sometimes I'm the arch badass of Canterbury, and I may or may not be justified in that position, depending on, I guess, how Sushi's feeling. There's that past signpost. Wasn't here, was it? Right at the start? No. That was the future. Okay. In the Sega CD version, you can do this. In the PC version, 2011 version, you can't. You're Escape Route British, you're Nakadashi, you're Maze Cromwell, you're the justified arch badass of Canterbury. Oh dear, that's 4. Uh-oh. This music's brilliant. There's that song that goes, Love Generation, and that reminds me of this, actually. Same kind of instrumentation and chords, and of course the same genre as well. What was it called? New Jack Swing? Which this soundtrack is mostly consists of. By the way, Justified was from the song Justified and the Ancient, the KLF. Yeah, I remember this. The sound of Moo. Yeah, I remember. Oh, bound for Moonland. It's a masterpiece. Such a good classic song. It's a club classic in every sense of the word. But yet, even though it's a club classic, Heart never play it on a Friday night. What's that about? Club classics, they don't play that. They don't play Wonder Man by Right Said Fred. They call their show fucking club classics. You are justified in that position, ERB. As long as your bottom is not very good and you are connected to arches and you are in or near Canterbury. The arch. Bad bottom of Canterbury. Oh dear. How horrendous. Balls. One more? Oh, this is a good one. This is a good one. I can feel it. Says. talking about? I did it with 19 seconds to spare. I would recommend Galaxy 105 if it was still around and Canterbury had an equivalent. Canterbury does have Canterbury Student Radio, I think. CSR. Well, I'm not sure. They might have actually stopped that now. I'd run a radio station out of my Japanese shop. If I win the lottery, I'm gonna start up a shop called Tiny Akiba that has arcade machines and shit. And Tiny Akiba is also gonna have its own radio station. We're gonna get the rights to host a radio station. And it's gonna play Japanese music. I'm gonna get the rights for the music. It's gonna be great. So Canterbury's gonna have a Japanese radio station running out of the back of a Japanese toy and food store, essentially. Toy video game store in the heart of Canterbury called Tiny Akiba. It's going to be a slice of Akihabara. It's going to be fantastic. All I have to do is win the lottery first, and then it's happening. Yeah. I'm going to be one of those live streamers that streams out at the back of their shop, like that speedrunner who did Punch-Out blindfolded, who like did all his live streams out at the back of his game shop. Oh, that would be the idea, to get people to visit Canterbury just to go to that shop. Sell figurines, video games, Japanese candy, you know, stuff that's not going to go off really quick, like drinks and sweeties, gummies, and hard candy and stuff like that. Stuff that's not going to go off, that we can keep for a long time with a long shelf life. This piece of music is fucking amazing. I made a rap beat out of this once that I might come back to. I called it... Oh, what did I call it? I can't remember. Something blue, I think. Bold, brave, and cold partner. The power you possess is incredible. He doesn't stand a chance. Work that. When he's saying work that sucker to death, it really sounds like he's saying work that tiny dick. But I know what the original source material is, so I know he's not saying that. It's a Topner selector. Yo, 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 yo. Such a good soundtrack. This game has such a good soundtrack. And it just so happens to be a masterpiece of gaming as well. Just this incredible game. I love it. I love it so much. It's so good. Game's amazing. And then my opinion suddenly changes. Wacky Workbench. Oh, fuck this level. Oh, God, I hate this fucking stage. Oh, God, wanky Workbench. Let's get that wanky Workbench out of here. Oh, the artificial sun? Yes. Seems like a good place to fire up. Stage 3. Sulfease. Yeah, Sulfease is a great game. Originally released for the Sharp 86000 computer. I've played that version. Soundtrack's very nice. Full-on FM synth. Lovely. But borderline unplayable, given the system it's on. Sega CD version, I would argue, is the best way to play it, despite the slowdown. Sega CD had a lot of good shooters. This, Aleste, this, lots of good shooters. Kaon, KO even, not Kaon. Kaon Flying Squadron, yes please. Hokago Shmup Time, I'll take that. No, KO Flying Squadron. I keep thinking Cotton 2, but that was Sega Saturn. Well, no, because the game was called Sulfease in America on Sega CD. We are playing the American Sega CD version. Yes, that is true. Like Ninja Gaiden on NES. See, this is the American cover, and it says Sulfease. I don't know why they renamed it to Dees for the Genesis. Couldn't possibly tell you. Robo Aleste. Yeah, the cart version, I want to say, was America only. It might have been released in Japan. It is an ugly cover, but at that point I hadn't figured out how to make square covers like I had for Sonic and Annette. I'll probably make a square. Should I just go to bed? Should I just go to bed? Woof woof. Robo Aleste. Yeah, just a CD version over here, and a good one too. No, please don't go to bed. I'm enjoying this. Well, I have to go to bed soon anyway. I'm working from 12 o'clock tomorrow. Even though I'm working from 12, I have to get up like 6:30, and I'll be in Canterbury by like 7:30, 7:45. Gotta kill time for 4 hours. I'm gonna watch anime. Oh, believe you me, even if I wanted to stop the dog from barking, I couldn't. Occasionally I'll mute the microphone. Not always. Yeah, the best lift I could get. Like, I could take public transport, but I'd have to pay for public transport. I kind of spent my leisure budget on a Megadrive to hack this week, which ate a little bit into my transport budget as well, because I'm an idiot. Let's finish it off with something fancy then. Sega. Oh. Right. Load on, startup, game menu, gameplay options, zone order, original design, prototype. Casual gameplay. Controls ability, max control. Music options. KS, KS, and K. Classic, classic, classic. Featuring the music from Michael Jackson, right? Yeah, except I haven't enabled the Michael Jackson music. I've disabled all the Michael Jackson music. That's the great thing about Sonic 3C is you can play... Have it your way. Welcome to Burger King. You can play Sonic 3C your preferred way with your preferred soundtrack. Oh no! I could play the Michael Jackson music if I wanted to. I don't think the Jetsons are gonna complain about Ice Cap. Not if Buxer knows what's good for him. Oh, I'm saying my personal choices. I actually prefer the S3K collection tunes over the originals. I don't in the PC version because they're MIDI and sound horrible, but in this version of the game, they're running on FM synth and sound really quite nice to listen to. Perfect? Yes, perfect. And I totally didn't rewind time. Yes, but this wasn't a tune Michael Jackson worked on. This was a tune that... What's his name? The Japanese guy, was it Masato Nakamura? No, I don't think Masato Nakamura was actually working on Sonic tunes at this point. It was the other one, but I forget his name. The tunes that Michael Jackson worked on, as far as we know, the Jetsons do flag their music, but specifically the vocal versions. When I created a remix, as has everybody, when I created a remix of Hard Times with the Ice Cap music, it got flagged by the Jetsons. even though I would argue that a mashup is fair use. As it's a transformative work. But some people don't agree. Some people think the copyright system and law doesn't apply to them. You used my song as material, therefore you breached copyright. No, but okay. That's it. The name I was thinking of was Tatsuyuki Maeda. Sachio Ogawa. Okay. I forgot about that guy. I feel pretty bad. I remember, yeah, it was Tatsuyuki Maeda I was thinking of. Angel Island Zone, I'm pretty sure, is Maeda. Angel Island Zone isn't a copyright issue because Jun Senoway has done a re-recording of it for Super Smash Bros. Brawl. So we know that the Angel Island Zone isn't an issue. Sega would have had the copyright. Did I fight the flag for Jetsons? I honestly can't remember. I think I submitted I don't agree with this, but I don't think anything happened. I don't think the video was given back to me. I might have even deleted it. I can't remember what account it was uploaded on now. I think I've got an account somewhere with all the Maze Cromwell stuff uploaded. I'd soon be able to find it if it is available, if I haven't deleted it. I'd soon be able to find it with relative ease. If I were to go to YouTube and type in... Actually, kind of having trouble finding it like that. No, it's oh! It's uploaded on this channel, would you believe? It actually looks like there isn't a claim on it anymore. Because it doesn't say contains song Hard Times Jetsons underneath. So maybe the claim was removed. But yeah, I'm really proud of that remix. Everybody was doing it. As soon as it was found out that Ice Cap was basically reworked into a song by Brad Buxer for the band The Jetsons, it was like, holy shit, we now have something we can remix. So everybody who was into doing remixes did it. Like, Yuzo Boy did one, Legend of Renegade, who else? Yuzo Boy, who's the other one that I watch regularly, who puts out similar content? I can actually remember off the top of my head now, and that's pretty bad. But basically, all of us jumped on it as soon as we knew there was source material we could use. It's kind of an unwritten rule that everybody who was making mashups of Sonic tunes had to make a mashup of Jetsons. It was like an unwritten rule. So we were all at it. No, I don't think this stream will be flagged, because I played nowhere near enough of the lyrics. Like, the only part of the lyrics that I played was... If I could have all the women in the world, I would take this chance to lead. Like, that's the only bit I played, which would barely constitute as enough for Content ID. If the Jetsons and Brad Buxer wanted to manually issue a copyright strike for that little, they could. But in terms of what a system's going to pick up, no. A system would not pick that up. It's not enough. And if it did, I would just argue context. The context was I was talking about a remix that I had done. So, for the sake of providing an example of what I was providing commentary on, I had to play a snippet of the remix. Yeah, that's it. That one will work in a court of law, won't it? I think so. I think we got him. Excuse me? Thank you. Do what you're supposed to do, game. I would maybe post that remix on the Maze Cromwell channel at some point. It's actually on this YouTube channel. It's like, why can't I find it? Oh, because it's actually on the Escape Route British YouTube channel. There was a phase where I was going to upload all my Maze Cromwell stuff to my YouTube channel. I think I will. It makes sense to post that and all the Nakadashi stuff here. Thinking about it. Where it might get the most eyes on it. I was thinking about making this the year when I actually release some music, but I'm sitting on all this crap that I never want anybody to hear. But then when I listened to it, I'm like, basically I was making Death Grips before Death Grips was a thing. The world's not ready for my music yet, I think. Soon, though, soon. I'm definitely inspired to write a line that goes something along the lines of green diamonds, mate, they're rupees. Just to draw attention to Soulja Boy's recent stupidity. All your raps are just like poopies. Oh dear. That's abysmal. Oh, the remix of Futari no Seaside, yeah. I can't really play that one though. Because of Japan. basically. There is enough of the original song that it will flag up on Content ID. What I could do, though, is remix it. Yeah, but I don't play enough of it to flag up on Content ID when it's on Sushi Bites, do I? I play like 10 seconds of it for an intro. The full remix is like 4 minutes 50 something. If I chopped up the vocals more, I could get away with playing the full mix. It's a fun remix, and there's a little bit in it that I'm really proud of, where I mix in a segment from Violence Jack. There's a bit in Violence Jack where he says, "Oh, where's Jack? Oh, chicken shit, fucking shit." And I mixed that into track. Fuck shit, fucking shit. During a breakdown, it's very nice. Breakdown, that's kind of when I make most of my music, is whenever I'm having a breakdown. That's why I made so much of it between, like, 2009 and now. You don't have to worry about me. Yeah. I made lots of different mixes of Futari no Seaside, because I could never settle on one I liked. Don't worry, ERB, we are always worried about you. I see. Okay. I'm not going to tell you not to be. That's up to you, it's your choice. I'm just simply going to say, okay. If you're worried about me, that's fine. I'm worried about me too. So both you and Soy Bomb are DJs? I wouldn't call myself a DJ. Just someone who knows what he likes. Yeah, I'll take that. If that's a title. Someone who knows what sounds good. No, not a bubble shield. Oh no. Still time to fix it, I suppose. No. I'm gonna rewind. Yeah. I'm gonna rewind. I'd like to try disc scratching. Disc scratching. Don't see yourself spinning vinyl someday? What, you mean like in a club? Nah, mate. They wouldn't let me play the kind of stuff that I would play in a club. I don't think the club is ready for cold cut. The club might think they're ready for cold cut, but then they're not ready. Yeah, Little Akiba. I'll spin Annie music. Well, they don't like Ram Ranch at the club. Well, what's Ram Ranch? They don't know. They don't heckin' know music until they listen to Ram Ranch. Isn't that like a Doritos flavor? Ram Ranch. Yeah, let's go! Ah. I knew that was gonna happen as well, and I did it anyway. Beat the bridge. Ram Ranch is a song about gay cowboy orgies. It is, yes. I suppose. I don't actually know that. I assume you're telling me the truth, so yes, it is. Okay, believe what you want. Hello again. The irony of DeviantArt hashtag Sonic has the other characters from other games like Rouge fighting Carol, Lilac in the Flying Battery Zone, and Cream and Miller. Hello, Josh Trollol. La 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 yo yo yo. Josh Trollol la 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 yo. Oh. Yes, before we had a name for them, memes were more pure. We had pure memes like Edward Cahill and Keyboard Cat. Pure memes. Wholesome memes. Fucking knob jockey. I'ma get around him. I'ma get you with these tools. There you are. Come here, little bitch. Think you can run and get away quick? Haha! Give up the emeralds or die. I don't love you. Do-do-do. Yo, yo, yo. I can't listen to that Gumball music because it just reminds me of, oh, what Eminem song is it? I'm sure somebody's done a mix as well of it, but there's a certain Eminem song. Like, when the Gumball music starts up, it's like, I created a monster because nobody wants to see Marshall no more. You know, it just keeps coming. It just keeps going. Every time I enter the Gumball machine. Well, if you want shady, this is what I give you. A little piece of me mixed with some hot liquor. Yeah. Just every time. Enter the Gumball machine. Without me, that's the one. Every time I enter the Gumball machine, that's all I can hear. I don't like dubstep. Oh no, I love it. Yeah, I do. I like dubstep, I like trap, the music genre, before you start saying other things. Mean things. I like Trillwave, I like Cloud Rap, I like Horrorcore. I suppose we can consider Death Grips its own genre. I love Death Grips. I pledge allegiance to the Church of Death Grips. Trap music! Trap music's good music, because you're expecting a drop and then it never comes. And then you feel really stupid. That's why I like trap music. Basically, to me, the perfect trap song is... And you're gonna hate me for saying this. My favourite trap song is Katy Perry, Dark Horse. Yeah, I know. Unpopular opinion. But, seriously, like, in terms of trap songs, Katy Perry absolutely nailed it. You're fine with Dark Horse. Alright, nice. Fucking love Dark Horse. Actually, that tune that's playing there, that mini-boss theme, that is supposedly a Michael Jackson composition. You can tell the Jackson compositions because they use the go and yeah and the extended sound bank of the Megadrive. That's how you know it's a Jackson composition. Shit. Anxiety. Anxiety. Anxiety! Yeah! I done it! As per usual, when I play this stage, I'm going to draw your attention to something. Did you see that? Did you see what just happened? Allow me to rewind it and show you again. Watch. Did you see? Now tell me what's different this... Tell me what's different this time around. Out comes a rabbit. I defeat the robot and a rabbit comes out, okay? Robot explodes. No rabbit. That rabbit fucking died. And they tell me these video games aren't violent. Right? And yet what I see right here, right, is a rabbit dying. That rabbit dies when that badnik hits you. Yeah, I know, right? Sonic killed a little woodland creature that he's like, trying to save them all. But it's dead. Sonic the Murderer. I point it out every time I play this game. It never stops being uncomfortable to me. The idea that Sonic straight up kills an animal, just, it humors me so much. You gotta wonder, like, how do they miss that? How do they miss something like that? It hits you and it explodes. That Flicky's dead forever. Amazing. E. Shit, I did it again without even trying. Oh, the bunny rabbit has been saved. I created a monster because nobody wants to see Marshall no more. They want Shady up chopped liver. Well, if you want Shady, this is what I give you. A little piece of me, maybe some stop them up. You know, like you can't help but hear it now. I'm gonna rewind, right? Without Me by Eminem, okay? Let it play in your head when the Gumball Machine begins. You see what I'm talking about? It's ingrained into my brain now. I can't help but hear it. It's the rhythm of it. It's the rhythm of the no. It's the rhythm of that Eminem song. I just can't help but hear it every time I enter the bonus stage. It's programmed into my brain. Boing. Yay! This boss is much better when, in Sonic Mania, when you're on the giving end for this boss battle. Dropping bombs on Robotnik. So much more satisfying. Making some scrambled egg, man. Yes, excellent pun, I know. I see people struggle with this bonus stage. Like, when I watch them play this game, I see people struggle on it. It's really straightforward. And it's, like, the only special stage where you can really, like, get, like, 3 lives in quick succession. Simple pimples. Let's not fuck that up. BRB, gotta make myself a sandwich. Haha, jokes on sushi. I'll be gone by the time he gets back. I am gonna have to think about ending soon, considering the fact that I'm in work in 12 hours, but I'm only gonna get like 6 hours sleep. Unless it's a very quick sound. Yeah, it's not. I'll see you if you're still here. Otherwise, until next time if we live that long. Oh, you just said it. Yeah. Until next... Yeah. Allow me to save a slot. I probably will come back to this. Or I'll just use one of my 250 save state allowance on it. Anyway, that's the Sega Flashback system. Any questions? Until next time, if we live that long. Yeah.
I can't stop.